Hey family, what's up? What's up? We're gonna get into this reaction video. I can't help myself. Whenever I see Kendra G and she's talking about Corey Holcomb or Corey Holcomb is talking about Kendra G, I gotta go and get into it. Which both of them are from Chicago, which I'm from Maywood. So Kendra G, so she did a reaction video to Corey Holcomb talking about her going on Timron Hall show. So let's get into it. Hold on, let's just see.
About the sister Kendra G. She made a goddamn fool out of herself.
Today, I'm gonna give a gift to Corey Holcomb. Oh, Corey Holcomb, you're going out sad, baby. You are going out sad. But this is my gift to you because I know this is what you wanted. Because this is how you pay your bills, off of content from the internet. And it's just so sad because, you know, we just had so much high hopes from you. Like, you could have been in the list of Chicago comedian legends that came to LA and did big things. Look at Lil Rel. Oh, the career is just going up and up. Late night talk shows, movies. Deion Cole, Chicago legend, just hosted the Image Awards, countless TV shows, working with Oprah in movies. D-Ray Davis, oh, the resume is too long for me to even stay in this conversation. Countless TV shows, tours around the world. Then we have Corey Holcomb, a Chicago YouTuber. You could have stayed in Chicago for this shit. I mean, you didn't have to move to California to be a YouTuber, Corey. Now, I really thought long and hard before doing this video because I know this is what you want because this is how you pay your bills. And I know giving you attention indirectly helps you because it gives you content to talk about, but that's why I'm calling this video my gift to you. This will help you pay your mortgage next month, okay? Okay, let's get into it. Now, recently, Corey Holcomb tried to break down my Tamron Hall interview on his show, but he tried to slander my name on purpose, intentionally, by presenting the Tamron Hall interview I did in a wrong manner, okay? Tamron Hall personally invited me on her show to break down different dating trends and different dating styles. Tamron Hall says at the top of the show, I'm gonna go to these two women, me and another young lady, to break down different dating trends and styles. Take a look.
Okay, so my team found 2025's most talked about dating trends and catchphrases. These ladies are going to break it down. I gave you some of them at the beginning of the show, so don't feel badly if you've never heard of them, because I'd never heard of them either.
First one that Tamron Hall does is called future proofing, and she asked me directly, Kendra G, to break it down. Take a listen.
And I didn't look them up because I want to know how you define them. Future proofing.
Yes.
Kendra.
Oh, you got to have a job. You have to have an ambition that's going to go somewhere for sure. I want to see W-2 forms. I want to see success records. I want to meet your mama. I want to know where you live. Is it in your name? And I'm talking from the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't want to make you be already.
Hold on. So let's get into it. This is a prime example of how women will give dating advice, but they don't live by it. So she says that the man has to have all this stuff. He has to have W-2s, all this stuff, though. But then still, Tasha G pulls up receipts of her dating guys who are scam artists like this.
And preferences in a mate when she's parading around Los Angeles and being love bombed by Hush Puppy Jr., the Nigerian Deo, aka Donovan Johnson, aka Don Johnson, aka Reginald Green, aka Terrence Reed, aka James Wright, aka Timothy Price, and the list goes on. She is head over heels in love with a notorious scammer that recently came home from federal prison for bank fraud, credit card fraud, wire fraud, identity theft, and money laundering. Her Instagram is at Kendra G. It's Scam Central and screams scam likely. So when I did drop this email in her DM, as I told her I would, and text her, she didn't say a goddamn thing.
So you see this, y'all? So this is a prime example as how a lot of women would give dating advice, but she don't even live out what she's telling y'all. She's telling the women, oh, why the guy has to have the bag, has to see his W-2s. She ain't did this for this scam artist, and this guy is also younger than her too. You know, so that's why like oh my God. So a perfect example. So Tasha just, just exposed how she's telling women to do this stuff she don't even do herself. But back to the interview.
Made. I don't got clay. I'm not magic.
But guys don't want that either. They don't want to make us.
Well, true, but the thing with guys...
And they don't want a broke lady.
Well, no, I don't know though. Some men...
Guys, I'm speaking...
I don't think men want a broke lady, but they also don't want a lady that's going to be too expensive. Wigs is $2,000. Lashes is $300.
Okay.
Once again, those are all things that men don't care about, and those are things that women get to impress other women. Men like a woman that has, most men, period, they like a woman that has a natural look, natural beauty. So yeah, just like Tamron, here she is. So she got real hair. Her hair is natural, and then this is also the other thing that messes up women like Kendra and a lot of females. Period, is they like a woman that's easy to get along with. That costs you nothing. So once again, having all these wigs, which this is one thing that I can say. This is the reason why I don't deal with women that have fake hair and all them wigs, because to be truthful with you though, it feels super uncomfortable. I think about the few times back in the day, when I actually went out with women who actually had, we call it weaves and wigs or whatever. And then when you rub your hand through their hair, it feels so terrible. It just feeling that synthetic hair on, oh my God. So I hate that feeling. So that's one of the reasons personally why I do not deal with women that have fake hair or wigs and all the other stuff though. So yeah, it has to be natural. But I gotta say, Kendra G, she got some good qualities. She's still, I say she's attractive. I'm curious to know, what does she look like without her makeup on or without her wig? But she's still cute to me. I met her a few different times. She got a nice rack, So I have to give her credit on that though. She got some good, traits, things physically, but.
Are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes. Well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why if you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
But they're feeling like this. Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this.
Yeah, so once again, this is why a lot of women are losing. So all the things are things you're doing for yourself. So this is how men like myself look at it. Okay, you're just doing, if a woman cannot afford to do basic maintenance on herself, which those are things that you're doing for yourself, it's like you should be dating and think, like myself, I'm not paying for no woman's maintenance on herself. I'm not paying for her nails, paying for her hair. I don't pay for stuff like that because those are things you're doing for yourself. Imagine how a man is if he needs a woman to do his daily maintenance. I'm like, but once again, all that stuff is things that men don't care about. Men don't care about nails, purses, all the other high luxury, high status stuff that only women get to impress other women. And yeah, so just.
Now I'm not saying I agree with
wait a minute. This is getting spicy in here.
But I'm with you, Tamron, because I got my own money.
Don't back up now, kid.
Now,
but this is the whole thing. Yeah, she said she got her own money. This is the whole thing, okay. And then this is also the other issue. Okay, when we talk about how well, I'm just like Kendra, she said that she got her own money. Okay, you got your own money, but you want his money. So okay, so that's the whole point. That's why I like how real dudes, especially guys that have certain things going on, they don't count a woman money because women don't spend money on men like that. No, they don't. Unless it's a guy. I take it back. The only time they'll spend money on a man is if it's a guy that's fresh out of jail, like her ex. They'll spend money on a guy like that. A guy that he's fresh out of jail, a guy that they can run, a guy that does street stuff like that, though. Yeah, they'll spend money on a guy that's fresh out of jail. And I'm gonna say something that's kind of harsh, but but on my channel, I keep it 100. Especially nowadays. Nowadays, with most Black American women, the fastest way to a Black American woman heart is a man fresh out of the pen or a guy in jail. I hate to say it, but you see this all the time. They, for the most part, they like to deal with that. With that 1 million the guys that they're in and out of jail. which, most black men are not in jail. Most black men, have regular jobs, but still they like that, that bad boy type of image. But then still, a man can be a bad boy without even going to jail or just doing illegal things.
Corey Holcomb takes a portion of that interview and he intentionally makes edits to make it appear that I'm talking about myself, opposed to answering the question of what is future proofing. Take a
Once it gets to the other thing that I want to say, which you see this all the time, just for the most part, a lot of women, they want to take on the challenge of trying to take the biggest loser out the hood and try to go and make him better. For the most part, you see this all the time.
look.
I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I don't care. It's too funny. I had to say something about it. I want to talk about the sister, Kendra G. She's a girl who used to do radio in Chicago that I met on the radio in Chicago. And I think she really flopped when she went on this show with Tamron Hall. And I'm going to just play the clip first and let people watch. They might see what I'm talking about. So can we play that clip? All right, give it to me.
Just speaking because I heard you say it.
I don't think men want a broke lady, but they also don't want a lady that's going to be too expensive. Wigs is $2,000. Lashes is $300.
Okay,
Shoes is
are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes. Well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree. Why, if you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
But they're feeling like this. Okay, I'm showing.
Hold on. Like, now let me go jump in though. So this is the part that people don't want to talk about though. It's like a man is only responsible for you as if you're his wife. But nobody talks about that though. Unless you're his wife, that's when he's responsible for you.
Up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this. Now,
I just speaking because.
So basically, and then this other thing you hear a lot of women talk now. So basically, they want a man that worships them. You're in my presence. You should pay me this, that.
I heard.
Stop.
That's crazy.
She made a goddamn fool out of herself.
Now, if you watch the interview back, you will see that there's a moment when Tamron says, well, why can't, the woman just pay for the wigs herself? I said, I agree with you, Tamron.
I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why if you here?
Well, in order for Corey to drive this narrative, he edited that one key part out.
Feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree. Why if you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
Because had he kept that in the interview, he would have revealed I was never talking about myself. Baby, I got enough money to take care of myself. I'm so thankful to God that I don't need no man to live the way that I want to live in this world. I am a blessed woman, okay? Very blessed and very grateful. I can buy my own wigs, my own lashes, my own shoes. I can do whatever I want to do and happy to do so. So to try to paint the narrative that I said a man has to do that to be in my presence is just a lie. Now, here's another really funny moment because, see, Corey Holcomb thought the joke was on me. Whole time, the joke is on you. Because there's also a moment in that interview when Tamron says, well, a man doesn't want a broke woman.
I don't want that either. They don't want to make us.
Well, true, but the thing with guys...
And they don't want a broke lady.
Well, no, I don't know, though. Some men...
Guys, I'm speaking...
And I said, well, I took a moment.
I say this, though. Men want a fit woman. Yeah, they want a fit woman, and they want a woman that's easy to get along with. That's what men want. But women know that, but women, for the most part, they don't care. For the most part.
Because actually, Corey, you came to mind. You are on record saying you only date women who are in poverty-stricken situations because you can control them. They can afford to leave you. You represent men who prey on women who are less fortunate. These are words that you have said out of your own mouth.
Curious to know this. You keep mentioning women in poverty. Why? Like, what's your
Well, I'm older now. I'm not as young as I used to be. So, women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So, I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, they children can get some
Hold up. God damn.
some outlet Jordans. Girls in poverty, because they have a deficiency. Poverty is a deficiency out here in America. I can fix your little deficiency if you do what I want you to do. I think it's an even exchange.
Another moment from the Corey Holcomb interview I want to break down. This was the part that had me laughing the most. Now, he proceeds to talk about my attraction level, and he says that Tamron Hall is a bad woman, and I agree. Tamron Hall is extremely beautiful. But I, on the other hand, am not as attractive.
I want to tell Kendra G something that she really needs to stop pretending about this as well. Tamron Hall is a bad.
Super bad.
Her problems ain't your problems. Kendra, if a motherfucker wake up arguing with you, you're gonna be like, get your monkey ass out my face. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Now, that doesn't bother me. Man, you could call me a 0. It would not hurt my feelings, okay? You could call me a -5. I would not care because who's ever judging me, I don't want you back. So we have a match. You don't want me, I don't want you. But the reason why it's funny for Corey Holcomb to say that, Corey Holcomb is on record trying to holler at me for years. Years. I have receipts. I have public receipts. Actually, Corey Holcomb was on my dating show trying to holler at me. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
But once again, just because a guy wants to have sex with you doesn't mean that he like you, or doesn't even mean that he really even wants you. So this is the part that a lot of women are confused. Okay, it's not like he said, man, I want her to be my wife. I want her to be, something serious. I want to have a relationship with her. All what he been saying that he just want to have sex with you. So that's not a flex. But women always, for the most part, a lot of women try to act like, oh wow, he's trying to holler at me. He want to have sex with me. Oh, he want me. No, he just like I said, he was talking about, low caliber women, that he can have sex with and control, but still, he just want to have sex with you. So that's not a flex.
But what's up with you?
I'm not available, Corey, but you and I are not a good. There's no way I would ever date a person like you, Corey.
Why? What you looking for?
No. I'm gonna invite you to my wedding, Corey.
I wouldn't go because I'll be trying to flirt with you when he go to the bathroom. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I gotta wait this out again. One of these years, I'm gonna get you.
I was single for a very long time.
I'll be tricking too.
But y'all gotta also remember too, Corey is a comedian. He be just talking shit. So so once again, he's a comedian. He's talking shit, and he said he like to have sex with women. Okay, so that's not a flex because he's hollering at you. That don't mean nothing.
You do?
I'm a trick. I see the struggle in him. That's what I chase strugglers.
All right, Corey Holcomb is hanging out with us.
I chase strugglers. Why would I chase a girl? Look, you got a job. You see how hard it is for me to get with you?
You got a job.
I've been trying to smash her since I saw her, but it just...
Never happened.
Hey, yo.
All them radio girls, when they lose their radio job, I get them.
No, you won't get me ever.
10 years from now,
No, 10 years
you
from now.
belong to me.
Whatever.
Corey Holcomb in the studio, Chicago. We are coming right.
You know what? Let me break down the last interview I just played, because in that interview, Corey says out of his own mouth, he's been trying to have sex with me for years, but because I have a job, I won't go. But one day I'll lose my radio job and then I will belong to him. Well,
Yeah, it sounds like he's just talking shit. He's a comedian. So okay.
Let me talk about the facts. I didn't lose my radio job. I actually quit my radio job. That is when the Kendra G hate began from Corey. I've been hosting my dating show for 5 years. I just showed you Corey Holcomb was once on my show. No one cared. No one cared about my little old dating show when it was just on Instagram. But as I grew, the jealousy, the envy for my success grew. In the beginning of this, I said, this is my gift to Corey Holcomb, because I know in the end this really works in his favor, because he's only relevant when relevant people speak about him, which he knows how to make money off of content. So that's why this is your gift. But Corey, I just gotta be honest with you. I know you're the comedian, but you're also the joke. Only people who are miserable follow your page because misery loves company. Anybody with any sense, anybody with any merit, they are praying that their daughters never date a man like you. They are praying that their sons never grow up to be sad and a loser like you. You literally are.
Yeah, this is still hilarious though, because he's a loser, but he's still better than your last boyfriend who just got out of jail that was younger than you, who's a scam artist. Just a thought.
The joke. And it's actually really sad. You could have been so much more successful, like a D-Ray, a Little Rel. Oh my God, Deion Cole, but you will never reach their heights. You are a YouTuber. The end. Oh, listen, bonus content. I almost forgot. Okay, let's talk about this. Kendra G trying to be Kevin Samuels. People, Kendra G runs her own company. I own my own dating app.
And once again, she did go on Kevin Samuels' show, and then she did blow up after he died, after she went and took his whole game plan and set up. So yes, I mean,
I host an online dating show. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Kevin Samuels have transgender people on his show? Did Kevin Samuels have married couples?
That's the flex.
Couples looking to add a person to their relationship on his show? Did Kevin Samuels, and I don't know this, did he ever have people that met from his show, then got married and had babies?
Actually, he has. That part he did.
I don't know too much, but I don't think he did any of that. I think he was a consultant to women who were asking for advice. I host a dating show and I own a dating app, Kendra G Singles. Download it now. One more bonus for the men and women who support Corey Holcomb. So you're saying you support a man who feels at times it might be justified that a man disciplines his woman. I'll let him explain what he means when he says discipline his woman.
It's a joke, or was this the truth? You holding somebody's head to the window? Because
I would never hold a girl head to the window
So that
unless
was a
she
joke.
had it coming. So are you saying, Mr. Newton, you have never had to physically discipline a woman?
Never.
Oh my God.
Because I'm going to tell you, in my situation,
You can't.
somebody would have came out and said, Cam has physically abused me.
There's a vetting process that comes when dealing with a woman from this Western world. Sometimes you have to demonstrate. Now, if you got to demonstrate time after time after time, you are right. This is not somebody that you have the power to vet into what you need her to be. If you have to always, we're going to use the word demonstrate. I think people know what I'm talking about. If you always got to demonstrate with her, then that's not your girl, man. Leave that alone. But there are women out here who understand this man treats me good. He treats the kids I came with good. He's a good brother. He does this. But when I push him, he demonstrates. So I'm not going to do that no more.
So can we please put a microscope to when you say demonstrate? What does that mean?
Discipline.
In what regard?
Let me stop it right there. So on that part, Kendra G, she's right. So she's right on that though. So you should even deal with women that you feel like you have to discipline up because you got everything to lose. So on that part, he's totally wrong. So just that you shouldn't even deal with them at all. So I never ever disciplined a woman before because it's either you're going to wind up in jail, something's going to happen, and then they're going to take her aside. I'm gonna give you all a perfect example. I think about how this is before I was a trainer. This is about 13 years ago. I had this ex-girlfriend, and we was over her friend's house, and then her friend was gay, and then so and like that day she was talking like a lot of shit. That day she was saying stuff like well, I should be on another man's yacht and all the other stuff though. So she was talking like mad stuff, So I said whatever, So I just left, I went to my car, and then what happened? So I think that happened. So I went to my car and let's see, and then she wound up meeting me at my car, and she was like, you left me at the party, whatever. I'm drunk. You left me at the party, and she was like, take out your phone and right now and delete my number out your phone, whatever. And I'm like, man, whatever. I think, so the moment that I went, and put up my phone, like, man, girl, whatever, So she slapped me. She slapped me one time. And then so it's about 2 a.m. So I'm thinking like, man, okay, I'm downtown. It's 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm not finna be going back and forth with this woman. So what I did was I just walked away, just I left, and then I pretty much just went around the block. I sprinted around the block, and then I went to my car. Then I went to my car, and then basically I went and drove home. She was just harassing me the whole time. While I was just calling. She just kept calling me back and forth, calling me. I didn't answer, and then I just went and just went home, and then I just went to bed, and then I went and I was closing my eyes. Then suddenly I went and woke up, and she was looking right at me. I'm thinking like, how in the hell did she get in my place? So still to this day, I don't know how in the hell did she got in my apartment. I don't know how she got in my apartment. So we just, I was tired. It was about 4 or 5 in the morning. So we just had sex and we just went to bed, and I just left it alone. So but definitely just getting in an altercation with the women, they just putting your hands on them, so that was the one time that we actually got into it, but definitely, but I wasn't gonna go and be fighting her, doing other stuff, especially being downtown. So on that part, Kendra G is right. So you shouldn't be so disciplining a woman is not going to end in your favor, which I mean, unfortunately, there are a lot of women out there that they actually don't respect a man unless the man kick their ass. So it is women out there who are like that, but a man shouldn't take those kind of chances, especially if you have things going on, so yeah. But back into it.
Physical discipline is something that is the last resort.
No.
It's the last resort. I'm just giving you my point of view.
Okay, I'm gonna give you mine when you.
It's the last resort, but it might be necessary sometimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your king? Men, that's who you want to be like? That's who you want your daughter to date and marry one day? Ladies, that's the man that you want to date? Baby, I ain't got nothing left. Take this gift, Corey Holcomb, run with it, repurpose it. I know what you're going to say. I ain't never want to be with you. I just trying to smash. I know. You couldn't do that. Corey, I would become a lesbian before I would have ever dated you. Ever. I would have dated a horse, a whale, a dog.
A dog? Oh man, she ain't playing. A horse, a whale. So yeah, so on that part, she's right on that part. So disciplining the women, that's not gonna end well. So that's but yeah, so I thought that was just that was hilarious. But all right, y'all. So hope you all enjoyed the show. Like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you all think. Do you all think that Corey Holcomb was right for what he said about Kendra G, or do you all agree with Kendra G? Let me know in the comments. And ladies, if you would like to finally be able to get your look in order where you can be able to attract a certain kind of man and be able to keep them, but definitely, like I said, men will put up with a woman that has a bad attitude if she's hot enough. If she's hot enough, men will put up with the women bullshit. But the problem is a lot of you all aren't fit enough. So if you're not fit enough, so just you don't have that much leverage. But once again, you can have guys that have sex with you, but the main test is, okay, what guy is taking you seriously that would marry you, or just be with you in a long-term committed relationship. That's the main thing that people don't want to talk about, though. But once again, Kendra G talk about how a man has to have a W-2 and have this and all other stuff, though, and her man is a scam artist who just got out of jail. He got out the federal pen. So, ladies, so if you want to go and finally be able to tighten up their body, you can order my bands. My bands are really good. They help the women tone their whole body, get rid of that back fat, get rid of the that belly that you've been having for a while. Imagine you finally being able to wear those outfits that's sitting there in your closet collecting dust because you haven't been able to fit it in the last few years. Imagine that. Who's this guy? Okay, so I treat the pretty hoes worse than the regular hoe joints. Well, I mean, so why is it a Mac mean true story? So yeah, I mean, one thing that I can say about it, though, the prettier women are more entitled. They are more entitled, and then they're not used to guys telling them no, and then they're used to guys just kissing their ass just because they're pretty, and they're not used to people challenging them. So I can see where you're coming from, but yeah, that's what it is. It's just that nowadays a lot of women are so entitled, So, but yeah, but what I do is what a woman is myself, also being a Mac myself, is what a woman is pretty or she's okay looking or regular joint, I treat them all the same. I give a certain base level of respect, and based off of what they do and how the person is going to add value to my life, is the person going to cooperate, then I go and give them a certain amount more respect. But whether she's fine, okay looking, I treat them the same. Okay, he said Corey is my dude. That entitlement approach is the easiest way to lose a good one. So yeah, I agree with it, So yeah, but once again, I think Mac, just nowadays most of the women have this entitlement bad, So yeah, but once again, like I said earlier, okay, just Kendra G talk about how she got all this money, I think, but still she and most women, they want to spend your money. So and then whether it's a older woman or a younger woman, both of them want your money. But really, for the most part, if the guy is hot enough and she find him attractive enough, it don't really even matter. Oh yeah, I agree, man. I mean, I'm with you thinking, So yes, so it's a character over everything, So yeah, I agree with you thinking, But exactly, I agree with you 1,000%. And then that's the one thing that a lot of times the women don't talk about, though, a man's character, But yeah, and even also these other panda bears, when it come down to Derek Jackson, what's the name? It's a few other ones. Steve Harvey. They don't talk about that, So they just just tell the women what they want to hear. But once again, they're not getting the kind of outcome that they want But for the most part, one thing that's so shocking that I learned, from training women is that for the most part, most women don't care about what the man wants. They haven't even thought about, oh man, okay, for me to have this kind of man, I'm going to have to be this kind of woman because he wants this kind of woman. But for the most part, most women don't care. They just want what they want. But since men are the buyers, and then you're not giving the man what he wants, and then he's the buyer, how can you get what you want? So this is why it's not working out for him. So, and then also too, one thing that I always talk about a lot, though, is if a woman can do better, she will do better. Yes, if she can, just like how with the guys. If the guy can get a hotter woman, he would get better. But I say most guys are like this, though. Most guys would take disrespect from a fine woman just because she's fine. And then he knows that the women don't like him at all. She's just using him. And he know that, she look at him as the trick in the lane, but just because she's fine or hot, he don't care. So unfortunately, it is a whole bunch of lame guys out there like that. And then that's one of the reasons why women are so entitled, because they're not used to a man, checking their bullshit or making them having to do something. Like myself, I make a woman earn whatever I give her. And yes, and then it comes down to my attention, the resources, because then women respect things that they had to work for. Just like how they talk about their degrees and all that stuff like that, though, they respect that because guess what? They had to put in work to get that, so that's why they respect it. So, but the problem is most guys, most guys are not good at pulling the best out of a woman. They're not good at doing that though. So they're just good at just meeting a woman and then just wanting to have sex with her so bad. You just just keep pandering to her. That's how most guys do it. Most guys are afraid to tell a woman no. They say so. I'm seeing that as well. So I said most of these chicks don't even consider what a man wants. So even the ugly broke ones running on entitlement. Yes, exactly. And that's true. And I think, so I've been saying that forever because also, Mac, the reason why too is like nowadays a woman who's ugly or okay, she can put makeup on, she can get a BBL and get work done and use filters, and then she can get instant attention. So nowadays, the women who are ugly, they have more dating options and they get more attention than guys who are attractive and rich. So yeah, so that's how it is now. So that's just what it is. So so a woman who's ugly, she'll have some work done and she'll put a filter on, or she have a face full of makeup, and all this stuff is actually made to go and trick men. Everything, just was it body shapers, makeup, and then myself too, y'all. I look at it this way too, like I really don't even consider a woman beautiful like that unless I've seen her fresh out the shower, no makeup on, she's all natural, she's in her natural state. You don't see women like that. So just it's very rare. So one thing I think about though, like back in the 80s and 90s, guys had it easier because the women was natural. Just that the whole thing about being overweight and all the other, and this is also the other reason why it's so hard. It said it summed it up. It said I'll be around. Said this is my type of talk. Okay, yeah, man, I got you, Mac. And think, yeah, man. So yeah, just from one Mac to another, think, just see, so he's seeing it, think, and then the whole dating game has changed. I would say the last about 10 years. I say ever since really, I say about dating apps have came out, Instagram, Love and Hip Hop. I say those are the three things that just shaped and messed up the women nowadays. Those three things. Because myself, I'll be 39 in a few weeks, and I know the difference between the women now versus 12, 10, 15, 20 years ago. I know the difference because I can remember how it was back in the day, 15, 10 years ago, even 20 years ago. Because yeah, so it's like totally different. But the whole dating app and then just technology has just changed everything. So everything is faster, and women can get instant attention without even leaving the house. Before, a woman to get attention, she would have to go and at least take a shower, get dressed up and go somewhere. Now she could just be in her pajamas and just do some twerking at home, or just post up a thirst trap picture, and then like how she get all this instant attention. And nowadays, a woman who's ugly and even okay looking, she could just now she got guys around the world that they can send her messages and send her cash app, and there are more simps and suckers than it is guys out there who are a max and guys that have standards. So most guys out here are lame. Most guys out here don't have confidence. Most guys don't require a woman to do nothing but just show up. So that's why the women are so entitled, because most men don't require her to do nothing but just show up. And then, but once again, I'm thinking of Donald Trump is changing things. So he's put it into effect that now with the divorce laws that the women is not going to get just automatically 50% of everything. So I think that he has a word now where like how if a woman is leaving her husband, she can only get up to $100,000 of him lending her money. Something like that though. So he's changing it. So so that sounds like he's also so he's tired of women getting rich off of in the business of just marrying a man and just leaving him. So yes, you said that these thirst trapping with a lot of AI now. Yep, I agree. And I think, so yeah, so now it's just everything just so fake, just all these filters, and that's why I don't even like that though. When it comes down to everything is just fake, So, but all right, y'all. So I hope you all enjoyed the show. And remember, y'all, so if you all want to go and get your look in order so you can be able to get that kind of man, ladies, you can go and buy my bands that help you tone your whole body. And even guys too, you all can go and get my bands. My bands will help you to be able to finally be able to tone up your body. And yes, all right, y'all, I hope you all enjoy the show. And I'm going to see you all next time. And definitely, I'm also be going live more often. See you all next time. Like, share, and subscribe. And send the video to a friend or somebody who will benefit from this information.